All right. Well, this is very exciting. So we have we're going to start with a brand new segment this hour, and I James came to me a little while ago, and I don't know, a few weeks ago, and I can't remember how exactly it went because I usually, like I mentioned earlier, don't pay attention when he talks. And
who can blame you?
And he said something about maybe doing something new on the show and a new little feature. And I said, so this would mean less things that I have to do and less work that I have to do. I said, then fine, do whatever you want. Take the whole hour. So here you go. I have no idea what's about to happen. Nikki, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. You got your beverage back there ready to go?
I do.
Okay.
Pop the popcorn.
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, here now is a guy that you... Actually, by the way, a guy that I talked about with somebody in St. Charles earlier this week. I was working on a project out there, and the woman... We started chatting. She was very nice, and...
Oh, yeah, Carol.
And all of a sudden, James' name came up, and she said, "Oh, James is just the greatest." And I said, "Okay, well, I'm off the project. I have nothing more to say to you people." But she thought very, very highly of you. I don't know why, but she did.
I can fool some of the people some of the time.
Yeah. So, all right, well, here we go. I'm excited. Here we go.
All right, so eventually I'll have a snappy little theme song intro for this.
A snappy little theme song. Okay.
Eventually, but I didn't get a chance to do that yet. So this is my segment coded It's All Geek to Me.
It's all geek to me. Here we go, Nikki.
So, for those of you who are Whovians out there, the brand new season of Doctor Who debuted.
I've never seen who Doctor Who.
You've never seen any of them? Not even the classic episodes or anything like that?
No.
Well, this it's the longest-running sci-fi series in history. Started in 1963, and it's still on the air. But they just released the latest season this past Saturday. Started out with Peter Capaldi as the 12th incarnation of the Doctor, depending if you count the John Hurt version or not.
Can I interject a question before we go any further?
Please
Maybe
do.
Nikki wants to chime in on this too. Are either of us going to understand any of this stuff week to week? Or are we just going to...
You might.
Should we excuse ourselves?
You might.
Okay.
There should be. I mean,
So but to be clear, you're talking to people out there. You're not talking,
I'm talking to my
Nick-
people.
You're not talking to Nikki and I.
No, I'm talking to my people.
Right.
We can play cards or something, right?
Yeah, you can
While
go
you're-
and work on that home version of the Who Cares? You can get the cards ready for that.
All right.
That's going to be a hot Christmas item, I feel.
All right. Go ahead.
So
I'll watch the ball game. Go ahead.
There you go. And we are winning, by the way. A little sports update.
9-1.
9-1
In the eighth.
favor
Oh,
of
we're
St.
winning?
Louis.
Yeah, I know.
Playing
Crazy,
Chicago.
right?
Yeah, we're playing Chicago, though, so it's kind of to be expected they're going to lose.
And now back to the Doctor Who segment.
Thank you. The BBC's America, Doctor Who, had 2.6 million viewers, which actually is the highest that they've had on a Doctor Who beginning season since 2010, I believe. And the UK audience
What
on
is
BBC One.
what is the premise of Doctor Who for somebody who hasn't seen it?
He is a Time Lord from the planet of Gallifrey, and he basically
Now it all makes sense.
he has a device called a TARDIS, which is
I used to have
an
one of
acronym.
those, a Ford TARDIS. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's,
Ford TARDIS, yeah. Originally, it's a four-door. His is a four-door, so it's a four-door TARDIS. He got the show model.
I like this segment
SHO.
already. It's a good segment. It's going to be great.
But TARDIS is an acronym, TADRIS, that stands for Time and Relative Dimension in Space.
Okay.
And it looks like a police call box they used to have her in the 60s. In England, what they do is they'd throw whatever drunkard or whatever in the call box, use a little phone to call for backup, and they'd lock him in there until someone came along to get him. But he travels through time and space on this. And the original actor, played by William Hartnell, who played the first Doctor, he was older, and he had passed away, and to keep the show going, they invented the regeneration, which explains how a new actor can step into the role. Because if Doctor Who is seriously hurt or injured, then he can regenerate, and he becomes a new person. So Peter Capaldi is now the 12th person to portray the Doctor, after Matt Smith just left his popular run. And
So now, has this been going on for a long time?
since
This show?
1963.
But like, I mean, is it like how long are the seasons?
The seasons, they take a break every so often. Like there was a break when after Sylvester McCoy was the Doctor, there was Peter McGann was the 8th Doctor, and he was just in a made-for-TV kind of movie in 1998, I believe was the year. And then they relaunched it, it's a reboot relaunch with Chris Eccleston took over.
So is it kind of like the Bond movies, where it's not the same Bond every time? It's somebody.
Yes, but they don't. From the audience's standpoint, Daniel Craig is the same James Bond who was Sean Connery, who was Roger Moore, etc. So, yeah, this is actually, it's the same person, but he looks different, and he is a different person. He has a different personality and set of traits and quirks and everything like that.
So if I wanted to watch this, would I have to go all the way back to the ones that were in 1963 to understand what's going on?
Not necessarily, because Laura does not like the classic
Now,
Doctor
who is Laura?
Laura, I married this girl.
Did you know this,
even though I'm
Nikki?
doing segments like this,
Did
she
you
still
know
married me.
he got married to somebody named Laura?
Yeah.
You knew that?
He did, yeah.
How did I know?
Even though this is my
Were you at
my
the
thing.
wedding?
You're out of the loop. You're out of the loop here, Bill.
Wow.
Yeah, Laura gave the bride away. Are you kidding? I mean, Nicole gave the bride away. So yeah, if you wanted to jump on, you could. You didn't have to watch the old ones, which ran from 63 to 98 with the first 8 Doctors. You could actually.
I don't have time for that.
Well, they're on Netflix, though. You can catch up on some of that.
I just finished Breaking Bad. I just got
You
that
finished
done.
the whole series?
Yeah, I finished it last night.
I'm gonna have to start that one pretty soon. But anyway, if you want to, they relaunched it in 2005. You could pick up there with Chris Eccleston as the 9th Doctor and carry on. Or what we always tell people is, if you want an episode that's a great jumping on point to get a flavor for what Doctor Who is, there's an episode in David Tennant's run as the 10th Doctor called Blink, which is probably one of the most brilliant episodes. And you could also watch one of Matt Smith's runs called Vincent and the Doctor, in which he goes back to visit the artist. Why can't I think of the name? The song Vincent's about him. Who am I thinking of? When Crazy cut off his ear?
The...
Why can't his name is escaping me all of a sudden? Vincent Van Gogh.
Vincent Van Gogh,
There we go.
yeah.
So, yeah, you could jump on with those and kind of get a flavor for what it is, and then you can go back and watch them from there. But anyway, yeah, so Peter Capaldi made his debut. He's the oldest Doctor in the run so far, because Chris Eccleston, Dave Tennant, and Matt Smith were all younger guys. And this is the first older Doctor they've had. But yeah, had a considerable audience in the UK as well. Had 6.8 million viewers on BBC One, which is, again, the show's biggest premiere delivery since 2010. And so the second episode on tonight, my wife is at home recording it and being very nice and not watching it without me.
That's what you think.
Well, she tells me this. I don't know. She's a good actress. She might be, I haven't seen this before. And for those of you who are wondering...
I'm wondering.
About upcoming shows as well, there are The Walking Dead. We're finding out more and more about The Walking Dead coming out for Season 5.
I've heard that's pretty good.
Oh,
Bill, please.
If you're done with Breaking Bad...
That'll be my next one.
Yeah, if you're done with Breaking Bad, start Walking Dead. The last season was kind of slow in start, but it ended up pretty well. But that's we're finding out more and more, and it looks like I don't want to give a lot of away because there are spoilers.
What channel is that on?
It's AMC.
Okay.
AMC, but some people.
This Netflix thing. This is the dumbest thing I ever did because now I can't focus on anything else.
Still stay up till 4 in the morning watching stuff.
Oh my gosh! Yes, you binge watch these shows.
That's what we did when we started. We started House of Cards. We'd blow through 6 or 7 episodes.
I watched that one. That was the one with
Kevin Spacey and Robin Wright. Yeah,
yeah,
very good, very good. But yeah, Walking Dead. It's confirmed that it looks like maybe not in the season premiere, but at least 2 episodes in, we're going to lose a main character. Nicole just looked.
What?
Yeah. I won't give you any spoilers, but yeah, someone doesn't survive Terminus.
Oh my god!
Because last season, if you watch it, the last season ends with the main group being loaded into the rail car, and
you're not talking about any of the scragglers that they picked up.
What's that?
You're not talking about any of the scragglers they picked up on the way. You mean like the main group?
One of the main group, yeah.
Is it stragglers or scragglers?
Stragglers, I thought, with a T.
I think it is too.
Okay.
What'd she say? Scragglers?
What'd I say?
Scragglers.
Did she?
Okay.
I thought she was stragglers. Yeah. So look for.
Do you know who, James?
Doctor Who.
I do.
You do.
Yeah. I'll tell you off air because I don't want to spoil it for people who are. And just so you know, for your upcoming fall schedule with all the premieres for TV, we're going to have Houdini on the History Channel. It comes out September 1st.
Ooh, I bet that'll be good.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be really good. The League is back on September the 3rd. We've got Boardwalk Empire, that's another one I need to watch because that's
What about Mad Men?
Mad Men, they brought it back. I thought it was supposed to be over, but they brought it back. I don't have that on my list.
I saw that though on the Netflix thing the other day. I was wondering.
Yeah, that's one. I'm
not.
Many shows.
I don't think I can go show to show to show. I'd have to start one and then watch it all the way through.
Probably the best. Otherwise, you get confused.
And it doesn't take much.
But there's I was talking with I have another friend named Bill, and I was talking to him today, and it's like, man, if I need a good flu so I can be out of commission for a while so I can just sit there and catch up on shows on Netflix.
I don't know that I would have said that.
Well, I'm just saying that's what you do when you're homesick. You sit on the couch and you watch Netflix. Or if you're Bill Cleveland, you stay up till 4 in the morning and just binge watch anyway, even if you're not feeling bad.
Yeah, I don't need the flu to do that.
Sons of Anarchy is another popular one. I haven't followed that one, but it's very popular. It comes out the premiere is September the 9th. And, of course, New Girl with Zooey Deschanel.
Oh, yeah.
Premieres on,
She's a singer, too, right?
She does sing, yeah. She was sang in Elf.
That's right, in the shower with Will Ferrell.
Well, you kind of phrased that. She wasn't in the shower with Will Ferrell, to be fair.
She sang,
that kind of a show.
sang in the shower.
Yes.
With Will Ferrell.
And your favorite, Bill, The Big Bang Theory has its premiere on September 22nd.
They just all had new contracts. They're getting like $1 million or so an episode.
So crazy.
Yeah, but you know what, when you think about, I know that sounds steep, but when you think about how much money CBS and Warner Brothers and these production companies are making off of them, why not?
Yeah.
Why shouldn't they?
Yeah, that's true. And for those of you who are comic book geeks like me, Gotham premieres that same night, September 22nd, which is all about the early origins of Gotham after, right after Bruce Wayne's parents are killed. And Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. debuts on September the 23rd. So those are your, you might want to mark your calendars, get your TiVo or DVR ready. And that's what you have coming up to look forward to in September. And now we can shift gears and go over to the next segment on the agenda after TV shows.
Man, he's got like a whole thing prepared.
And this next segment is, of course, comic books.
Oh.
Yeah, it had
this is where I excuse myself.
Bill, you might like it.
I wish I did like it. Oh, look at him. He's so giddy like a school kid. Look at him. He's going to be really mad when he finds out we turned the radio signal off at 10 and that no one's listening except the two of us.
Calling in. So for comic books, obviously, that's another one of my things I'm into. Went to the Comic-Con.
Do you still have that picture of you up on the Facebook page?
It probably is. It's probably on the Trivia Night website with all my Marvel comic stuff.
Unbelievable. This guy's got more comic book crap than I have ever seen in my entire life.
It's I call it a hobby, but it's actually a obsession / it's a mental disorder, maybe, who knows. Well, but so yeah, for the comics, for those of you who are getting ready for Wednesday for your comic book purchases, here
Wednesday is when the comic books.
Did you know that,
Nikki?
I did not know that.
See, there you go. That's a new one.
Wednesdays is comic book day.
So people are. Where do people go to buy comic books?
There's any comic books. So actually, you can go to there. If you go to Google and type in comic book store, they'll usually, based on your zip code, will tell you the surrounding area where you can go for comic books.
Are there a lot of them in St. Louis?
There are quite a few, actually. I can think right at the top of my head of...
You ought to get a comic book store to sponsor your little segment here.
That's not a bad idea. Maybe I will. Yeah. Maybe I will. Yeah, there's 6 or 7 that I can think of right off in the St. Louis. Fantasy Shop has, I think, 4 locations across the city.
Fantasy Shop?
Yeah. It's not what you think it is. Okay. Yeah, don't
what do you think I think it is? Yeah.
But for those of you who are interested, coming up this Wednesday... There's some decent DC comics coming out. Aquaman, Futures End, #1. A lot of the Futures End are coming out. Earth 2, #1. Batman and Batwing. Detective comics. These are all going to be lenticular covers. So they're going to have the 3D covers like they did with the
hell is
Villains Month.
A lenticular cover?
Kind of like that
when sounds like some sort of disease you get.
It's one of those cards when you move it, the image kind of changes and shifts a little bit. It's lenticular. It's got like that glossy kind of feel to it, and you move it, and it looks like the thing on the cover is moving. Those of you who like comic books, they did it for Villains Month, like last year.
Did you know that, Nikki?
I did not.
Villains Month? Did you know that?
Villains Month, yeah. The villains took over all the comic books. Oh. So instead of Detective Comics #27, they had Killer Croc #27.1 or whatever it was. I think it was 23. Anyway, Killer Croc is a Batman villain.
I'm going to get some emails tonight, I'm sure.
But yeah, so they're doing Futures End coming up in September. So this whole month, the DC Comics are doing a Futures End tie-in with the lenticular covers. The new Suicide Squad, the Justice League, Wonder Woman. So those are the ones you can pick up on December. Let me start again. September 3rd. Grayson, Earth 2, Green Arrow, Action Comics, Detective Comics, Batwing. So make sure you head out on December 3rd and pick those up. Marvel Comics, new from the other comic book, the big one. We have all new X Factors coming out, #13, Avengers World, #12, Black Widow, #10, Captain America, #24, and, of course, Hawkeye versus Deadpool, #0. Deadpool is a very popular one. You should
you don't have to tell me twice.
I think I'd have to tell you more than twice, really.
What I would like to, as we get ready to wrap up the segment here, if you're listening right now and you follow comic books and you like this segment, I'd like you to call in and tell James. So the phone line, you can call in, but Nikki will put you right on the air. If you like this segment and you like James telling you about all this stuff, you can call us right now, 314-969-5877. And if nobody calls in, then we don't do it anymore.
Wah, wah. And real quick, I'll go over the box office listings for Friday. For yesterday,
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy came in at number 1 again with 3.8 million. As Above, So Below is number 2 from Universal Pictures, 3.2 million. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the reboot, came in at 2.6 million at number 3 spot. And If I Stay from Warner Brothers came in at number 4 at just over 2.5 million.
I haven't been to a movie, and I couldn't tell you the last time I went to a movie.
Really?
Seriously, it's been a long time.
Probably when we went to
the
Anchorman.
last time I went to
Anchorman
Anchorman
2.
with you, yeah.
And November Man with, if I'm not mistaken, that's the one with Pierce Brosnan, which looks really good. Came in at number 5, 2.2 million.
All right. There you go. Is that it?
That's it for now, yeah.
All right. There you go. Not bad. Not bad for a debut segment.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
Tried to pack a lot in.
What was it? The Geek Squad? What did you call it?
It's called It's All Geek to Me.
It's All Geek to Me. All right. That was Jumpin' James install there. And, an abrupt end to the music. All right. There you go.
Super Mario Brothers will play us out.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll put some video game stuff in next time. And yeah, if you guys are curious about, you want to hear about anything particular, hey, you didn't mention this. Hey, I'd like to hear more about this.
Hey, I don't want to hear this anymore.
Bill@ontheroad.com.
No, don't email me. Don't email me. I don't have nothing to do with this. I have nothing to do with this. But I am interested if people are listening that are interested in comic books and you like all this kind of stuff. Call in and let us know so that James doesn't get his feelings hurt.
If you like the theme music I played tonight, call in.
He'll grasp at anything, really. All right, there you go. That's it's all geek. What is it?
It's all geek to me, Bill.
It's all geek to me. All right, we will take a break. We will come back.
Tuscaloosa.
This is the Big 550 KTRS.